to our 2K Spinoon. This with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And so off the tip, it's Oklahoma City. A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Millsap at power forward with Horford at the center. Teague and Korver are the guards. And it's Bazemore at the 3.
Great job to hit his teammate on that move, Kevin.
Oklahoma City on D. Well, you knew something was amiss with Durant last year. They eventually shut him down for the entire season after he was injured, which was the safe thing to do, and Greg, the right thing to do.
Absolutely. When you have a franchise player trying to work back from injury, no need to try and get a few more games from him at the risk of derailing his career.
Here is Durant, following the basket by Al Horford. Durant, that's good. Durant's got his first 2 points.
Offensively, he can be the engine that drives them at any given time.
He takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Durant. Let's send it over to Doris Burke, who caught up with head coach Mike Budenholzer. Doris?
Defending Kevin Durant is one of their focal points in this matchup. He told me that Durant gives defenders problems because he can pull up and shoot at any time from any distance. He said usually you can try and funnel and trap a player, but with Kevin, there isn't really a way to force him out of his range.
Thanks, Doris. Here's Millsap after the made shot from Jeff Teague. And he starts out with the miss in this one.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
And it's Durant missing. For Atlanta, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Korver gets a wide open look, and that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Adams dishes to Durant.
Like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, you hope that's not indicative of the type of D they're going to play, because if they do, they're going to have struggles with him tonight.
Here's Korver for 3. Offensive rebound. Here's Millsap. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fellow when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job. Excellent vision by Durant out there. What a nice pass. You know, there was plenty to be happy about last year in Atlanta with the way the Hawks played. One sour note, though, was that the team was viewed as a potential buy for Seattle groups.
For Oklahoma City, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Roberson, rebounded by Korver.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
Teague with the ball, guarded now by Durant. Millsap has the open look. Good on the triples. Millsap's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Well, last season, the Hawks not only had a great year on the floor as they were the top seed in the Eastern Conference, but they had a pretty good day at the bank, too. They sold for a nice price. Looks like the team is going to stay in Atlanta where it belongs.
Yeah, and that's great news for Atlanta, and they were rewarded with a terrific season. A group, including Grant Hill, purchased the Hawks, and obviously will keep that group in Atlanta for many years to come.
Here's Millsap following the score by Oklahoma City. That doesn't go in either for Teague. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. And count the basket. He is fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
Cantor checked in for Oklahoma City. Dion Waiters comes in for Roberson. And then for Atlanta, Splitters checked in for Horford. Cephalosha comes in for Kent Bazemore. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Jeff Teague. Now here's Korver. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Korver's got 5 points so far. Waiters passes to Cantor. And that one is hammered home.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Schroeder with the ball. He's covered by Westbrook. Here's Korver. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play. Well, a word you'll hear in the NBA these days is gravity, the property of great shooters to draw defenders out and space the floor. A few players with more gravitational pull, I guess you could say, than Kyle Korver.
Yeah, he commands a lot of defensive attention, actually superstar level attention.
Can't get it to go. Nice D from Singler. Oklahoma City trailing. And Foy kicks to Cantor. Here's Waiters. Knocks down the three ball. Waiters got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. Hawks have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter.
And Korver always moving offensively, not just to run off screens, but to set screens himself. I mean, he's a master at working off the ball to create offense for himself and others.
Here's Waiters following the three by Atlanta. Foy from long range. Scott pulls it in.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
Cephalosha dishes to Schroeder. Splitter passes to Korver. The Hawks working the ball around. Here's Schroeder. And a clear foul there as he shot the triple. He'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
And, you know, Kyle Korver's also getting better with the ball in his hands. I mean, when he catches the ball coming off the screen, he's always a legitimate triple threat. But not just as a shooter. He's become a very good passer, knowing that defenses are running out at him. And then also, he's been able to attack and use that little floater in the lane at times.
Tim Hardaway Jr. is checked in for Kyle Korver. Singler, no good. Atlanta leading by 3. Here's Schroeder. Scott kicks to Hardaway. Splitter dishes to Schroeder, and it's blocked by Ibaka. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Singler, no good. Hawks have gone an even 50% from the field. They are 7 of 14 for the game. Schroeder with the ball. And it's blocked. They recover it. Stolen by Waiters. He got it up. No. And a good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. Hawks lead by 3. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second. And a moment now to hear from Steven Adams as he reflects back on a life growing up as the youngest of 8.
So, like, the youngest over there has to do everything, like all chores, pretty much 18 years of being rookie. That's pretty much all it is, and people just beat you up for no reason.
Hard to imagine growing up in such a huge family, but it sounds like maybe it prepared him for life in the NBA.
Yeah, got him outside of himself and toughened him up a little bit. No question about that. Wow, 18? That's mind-boggling.
That is amazing.
Yep.
And we welcome you back to start the quarter. Players had a chance to get hydrated with Gatorade. And there's certain to be some great basketball ahead for us. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for Atlanta.
They've definitely had a hot hand from three-point range. Always nice to get off to a good start.
Also, what passing we've seen from them here early. I mean, there could be a big number in the assist column if this keeps up.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court right now for the Hawks. Millsap at power forward with Horford at the center. Hardaway is out there with Teague, and it's Bazemore at the small forward position. Roberson, he's checked in for Waiters. There's a good screen. Westbrook against Teague. The 11-footer. Good D by Westbrook.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Well, you just watched Jeff Teague. He's a natural scorer. Clark, he's also made steady improvement as a playmaker.
Yeah, you look at his assist rate, Kevin, well in the top 10 in the league. He's cut down on his turnovers as well. You can tell he's starting to really figure it out, and the game is slowing down for him.
And the rebound goes to the Thunder.
Hey, I like creativity and a circus finish as much as anybody. You better be sure you got a chance to make it.
And the lead goes right back. What a seesaw affair we've got going on.
This game's right there for the taking, but neither team can quite grab hold of it. Like a slippery bar of soap there. Somebody's got to take charge here.
And Teague's also athletic. You know, sometimes you forget that I mean, this guy's got the tools also to be a terrific defender, and I still think he's developing consistency at that end of the floor.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks.
And speaking of Jeff Teague's defense, I mean, his rebounding, I think, could also be a little higher. I mean, with his bounce, he can get in there and grab a few more.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Yes, guys, Mike Budenholzer had some words for his team. His message to them was all about getting high-percentage shots and having the crisp ball movement on the perimeter that it takes to get those shots. He also wants to see a patient offense. Work for the shot, move the ball around, and as he told them, quote, if you don't see a good shot, find someone who does. Guys, they're clearly hoping those changes have an effect even before this game makes it to halftime. Kevin?
And thanks for that story, Doris. Here's Bazemore. Pass to Horford. Outside Teague. Just 5 on the clock. Can't get it to go.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
Yeah, and every team needs that kind of rugged interior defense because you want to try to distract your opponents when they get inside, and you also want to make them uncomfortable in their shot attempts.
Horford's shot is good. Clarkie talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition of that.
Yeah, no doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, not even through the first half, and it's been one heck of a battle.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the
Scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
Spacing.
For Oklahoma City, they've gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Roberson the pass to Durant, and they cash in right away with the quick shot. Durant's got 9. The Hawks trail it. Outside Teague. There's the pick. Millsap a screen on Westbrook. Teague with the ball, guarded now by Durant, and he gets it to go. And it's 8 points for Horford.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Here's Morrow. Here's Adams. Down it goes for his 3rd basket in as many tries.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Dishes it to Korver. The 3. Shot is off. Now Oklahoma City takes it the other way. Westbrook gets to Durant. Millsap with the steal. Here we go, one-on-one. And that is good. And that's 10 points in the game for Kyle Korver.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
And Kevin, who says a point guard should look to pass first? I mean, not when you can finish like this stuff.
Well, Clark, he wasn't going to give that opportunity up to a teammate.
Well, you know, Kevin, that's one he'll always take himself, and he should. I mean, you can't pass up that kind of opportunity or fun.
Here's Westbrook. Rebound, Atlanta. What a season for Al Horford last year. Such a great display from him and his team as he led the Hawks to the #1 seed in the Eastern Conference.
And for all the team accomplishments the Hawks had, Horford was able to hit some of his own milestones as well. Had his first career triple-double last season.
Horford was really a hog in all aspects of the presence inside with his 15 points and 7 boards a game.
And the Thunder going with a whole new group out there. And And then for Atlanta, Splitters checked in for Horford. Cephalosha comes in for Kent Bazemore. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for T.
And for Horford last year, the numbers were down a bit, but that wasn't due to his play. I think the Hawks were just a more balanced team, and he could obviously put up bigger numbers if he wanted to, but by playing within the system, I think it allowed Atlanta to reach his true potential over the course of the regular season.
Here's Schroeder, and 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle on a lot of contact there. They get Randy Ford. The rookie season in which he really struggled, Dennis Schroeder made big strides last year.
Yeah, I think pretty much dramatic improvements across the board, Kevin. Really a most improved candidate for sure. He solidified that reserve unit for the Hawks, in my opinion.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Mike Scott's checked in for Millsap, and Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Kyle Korver. Thunder trailing by 3. Foy dishes to Ibaka. Here's Singler. Rebounded by Hardaway.
And Schroeder's still with room to grow. I mean, he needs to improve his three-point shot and cut down his turnovers. But those are things that often come with time. And he's got time, still very young at this stage of his career.
And Waiters kicks to Ibaka. Poked loose and stolen by Scott. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Hardaway. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. And it's a 7-point Hawks lead.
Looked like he was channeling Bob Cousy right there. Since when does he take guys off the dribble like that? Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam. You're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
Here's Schroeder. Now the pass to Splitter. No good. Singler outside. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one. It's Atlanta. They're up by 5. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Well, Kevin, obviously a very close game. What has been your approach tonight?
Well, we're just trying to pack the paint.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We welcome you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. It was Kyle Korver who got hot in the first. He had 10 points, 4 assists, and 1 rebound. Kenny, what was your take on Atlanta?
Efficiency, efficiency, efficiency. The 3 E's, Shaq. That's all I got to say. They've avoided turning the basketball over, and that's a recipe for success. Now, here's how they do it. By sacrificing the highlight reel plays, you get good looks, and those home run plays will still come.
And now, Shaq, let's get your opinion on Oklahoma City.
See, Ernie, this is what I'm talking about. You know, I was the king of this. See, you got to pound that ball in the paint, and they were doing that. I like to see more of the same in the second half. Don't start shooting jumpers now.
And that's going to do it for now as the second half is almost ready to get started. Back to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew. We're going to sit right here and wait for the end of the game and talk at you again.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. Nice game. Great performance by Kyle Korver.
Yeah, you know, one of the things about the truly greats of our game is that sometimes you get spoiled because of how consistent they can be. And so far, another big scoring night for him.
And oftentimes when he puts up that many points in the first half, he follows it up with an even better second half. We'll see if that's the case here.
Durant the 3 and Ibaka the 4. Russell Westbrook out there with Roberson. And it's Adams in at the 5 spot. That's Billy Donovan's 5 as we get going here in the second half. Thunder trailing by 7. They look look back on the Thunder last season, and the theme was injury. Too many injuries to the bulk of their core.
And, you know, the big three, Durant, Westbrook, and Ibaka, all missed significant time. Only Westbrook of those three was able to finish the season.
And listen, those injuries really did the Thunder in. I mean, at no time during the season did they ever really get a chance to gel and play any stretch of games with their entire roster.
You know, every franchise will have a year that is just lost to injuries. I mean, it happens. The hard part of it for the Thunder is that it happened while so many of their stars are in their prime.
Oh, an illegal screen there, one of the toughest calls for an official to make.
And it is one of the toughest calls, but most of the time they do a good job with it, and you have to appreciate how officials get that one right more times than not.
And Westbrook, here we go. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Westbrook's got his second bucket.
Nice move and finish. I think the halftime break really gave him a second win.
Picked by Horford. Teague, the pass to Horford. Misses from short range. Thunder trailing by 3. And here is Teague. He's got 6. The Thunder pull it in.
Shots just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, you know, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Teague with the ball. It's Ibaka picking him up. The Hawks again can't hit.
Well, that's a lot of bricks by them early in the second. Only one make on 5 tries so far in the second half.
It's Durant on the wing. And it's sent back by Horford. Horford dishes to Bazemore. Kicks to Teague. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Teague's got 8 points.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Just no resistance on the interior.
Anthony Morrow's checked in for Durant. Chris Humphries has checked in for Atlanta. Last year, a good one for Jeff Teague, Clark. He was a first-time All-Star in this league.
He's a pick-and-roll technician. So good in reading the defense as he operates from that spot on the floor. He was really the catalyst for what was a really efficient offense for the Hawks.
Onside for Korver. And Teague, here we go. Westbrook with the block. Here's Morrow. Teague covering. Out to the right wing. Kick out to Adams. 4 on the clock. Robertson can't hit. The Hawks leading by 3. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. 18 feet out. Rebounded by Serge Ibaka. Ibaka's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Morrow. Pass to Ibaka. And he banks in the layup.
3 consecutive baskets have come right at the rim. The defense had better start buckling down and tightening up.
Guys, they are getting exposed in terms of their low post defense.
Certainly the biggest surprise last year, Clark, was the play of the Atlanta Hawks. Few would have picked them to win the East at this part of the season.
Well, they did it, and they earned it. The Hawks didn't have any superstars on their roster, but they won with solid team play.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
I was able to listen in on what Mike Budenholzer had to say to his team. Horford was the focus of the discussion, and he wants their offense to run through him. Coach is looking for him to take on a lot of responsibility when they've got the ball, to be a leader at the offensive end. Probably a good time to make some changes with a good chunk of the second half still to go, Kevin.
Thanks again, Doris.
And for the Hawks, they did end up with 4 All-Stars last season. As you said, it was all about how they worked together as a team.
Back to Millsap. He dishes it to Schroeder. Humphries with a screen on Westbrook. And it's Schroeder missing.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And so he draws the foul on the shot on trip to the line to shoot 2. Paul Millsap picks one up.
And you know, around the NBA, the league recognized the Hawks were a complete team. Everybody played their roles superbly. The NBA named all 5 of their starters the player of the week last year in an unprecedented move.
Kyle Singler's checked in for the Thunder. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Splitter's checked in for Horford. Mike Scott comes in for Chris Humphries. Tavo Cephalosha is checked in for Paul Millsap. Hardaway is subbed in for Kyle Korver. Here's Hardaway. Rebounded by Serge Ibaka.
That's some more rugged play from them inside. They have a decent edge in rebounds thus far.
And all that hard work on the boards needs to continue because that potentially may swing the game.
Nice shot by Singler. The Hawks trail by 3. Schroeder kicks to Splitter. There's the pick. The feed now to Cephalosha. Hardaway against Waiters. And it's Schroeder in the corner. Pocket 6. And it's blocked. And so it looks like the Hawks will retain possession here. Kevin Durant's checked in for Oklahoma City. Kevin Durant. .56 seconds left to play here in the third. And that one's good. Schroeder.
And that's one of his strengths, knocking down those long-range jump shots.
It's Durant with the drive, and that one's good. Durant's got 4 this quarter.
They haven't been as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. They're playing smart with the lead. I like that. They're being very selective and deliberate in their offense. And that's a good strategy when you're on top.
Splitter kicks to Cephalosha. They set the screen. A clear look for Hardaway. Can't capitalize on the good screen. The Thunder with the lead. And stolen by Scott. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
Here's Schroeder. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Schroeder's got the game tied up here for the Hawks.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
And that one's good. Durant. And as we conclude the third quarter, what a game, neither team giving ground. Thunder lead by 2. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. Fourth quarter should be good. Fourth quarter on the court for the Hawks. Teague and Korver are the guards. Millsap at power forward with Horford at the center. And it's Bazemore at the 3 spot. Atlanta's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. Teague against Waiters. And it's blocked by Adams. Durant, the pass to Adams. Here's Westbrook. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
And guys, you talk about players who have that killer instinct. Russell Westbrook is right at the top of that list.
On the Thunder making a switch here. Ibaka's checked in. And you think, Greg, about Westbrook's killer instincts. You were alluding to that. It's very apparent at times. Players praise, and Clark, I think, fear him for just that characteristic alone.
Well, how about this, Kevin? Kobe Bryant said Westbrook has the same love for competition that he has. Whenever other guards are pulled, Westbrook is their worst matchup.
And so it's Atlanta with it, trailing by 4. Here's Millsap. And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
Awesome defense. I mean, he'll hit those unless you're right in his grill.
Robertson can't hit. For Atlanta, they've gone 0 of 3 to start the 4th quarter. Pass to Korver. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots from 14. The shot is off. And Oklahoma City will go with it the other way. Robertson dishes to Adams. Waiters gets a wide open look. Good on the three-point shot. And the Thunder lead by 7.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
Well, when you think about guards who play without fear or any hesitation, Russell Westbrook is the first of those guys to come to mind.
I tell you what, man, his relentless pursuit and attacking of the goal and his opponent is really something to watch.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
I was able to listen in on what Mike Budenholzer had to say to his team. He gave his guys the green light to keep firing from downtown, telling them, listen, I like the work you're doing out there. Keep finding those gaps on the perimeter. They're giving us open shots.
And for Westbrook, he had some high praise. Allen Iverson said he's a huge fan of Westbrook and sees so much of himself in him, mostly due to how they play with heart. I'll tell you the other thing, Allen Iverson I always felt was the most intimidating small guard in the history of the league. Russell Westbrook rapidly trying to claim that honor. You know, I was thinking back to that Iverson quote on Westbrook. They play with that same fire. The styles in which they play are different, but you can see the intensity is the same between them.
Horford. They get it back, and it's slammed in by Millsap.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Greg. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe.
Well, I don't think it would be a bad idea, Kevin. I mean, they could use all the second chance points they can get.
Down low. Atlanta with the rebound. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. Back to Teague. To the left side wing. The 15-footer. And yep, couple bounces and it falls. Now just a 3-point Oklahoma City lead.
And a big height advantage right there.
You know, it's tough to bring a big man that far away from the goal, but that might be a mismatch they're willing to live with.
And Robertson kicks to Ibaka. Uses both hands to slam it down.
No way to mess that one up, Kevin. I mean, he powered it down with both hands.
Not this guy. He is a superb finisher.
And when he gets near the hoop, guys, he is a tour de force.
They've been splashing home those threes since halftime.
Marked improvement in their shooting from what we saw to start the game.
Picked by Horford. T kicks to Korver. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. Teague's got 5 assists in the game.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over.
And you can tell they're just a little out of sync. I think he just wants to get everybody back on the same page.
Yeah, I like this timeout, Greg. I think it's a good one because here.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Durant's checked in. And the Hawks making a change here as well. Schroeder's checked in. Westbrook kicks to Ibaka. Here's Durant. But he recovers it. Second chance shot. It's tipped. Schroeder with the ball. Ibaka on him. And it's blocked by Ibaka. And now Westbrook pushing it up. No one. Oh, wow. It's a beautiful jam.
just a good, solid, aggressive finish there on the break.
Not going to get much easier than that, Greg. Simple.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor.
Kia slam family point.
Spacing.
Roberson, he's checked in for Dion Waiters. There's 1:54 left in the fourth. Stolen by Westbrook. And here we go with Westbrook running it up the court. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
How's that for a quick possession?
Yeah, no hesitation at all taking that one to the basket. Beautifully done.
Way too many shots in close, and he's got to get his guys to cut that down in terms of points in the paint.
Clearly the reason for the timeout, Greg. I mean, he wants his guys to toughen up inside and start protecting the rim.
Time call here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. They're behind by 10. 1:46 left in the fourth quarter. The dish now to Schroeder. Back to Korver. Horford sets a screen for Korver. And it's Durant with the rebound. Durant's got 3 rebounds now in this one. It's stolen by Korver. 1:21 left in the fourth quarter. Bazemore. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Ibaka's got 9 rebounds now tonight. For 3, Westbrook. That's good. And a nice assist from Durant. And that's 21 points for Russell Westbrook.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
You know, so many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle, and that's held true in this one so far.
And, Clark, their effort on the glass has given them the advantage, but it's also been the effort in general that's made a difference. And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Thunder.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Shot quality and better overall shooting.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Russell Westbrook. Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
Good possession there, resulting in the easy one down low.
And guys, they can just sit on the ball here if they want to.
Sure can, because they've earned the win.
The three-pointer, no good. Korver passes to Horford. And it's Durant with the rebound. Outside Westbrook. Here's Ibaka and the miss. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
Well, you know, it makes a big difference. I mean, you never felt like they had any doubt that they'd come out on top.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Yes, thank you, Kevin. Russell, obviously your ability to attack on offense is such a key for your team. How do you decide when to go to the hoop and when to pass the ball?
I never know, man. I just see how the flow of the game is going. I try to stay in attack mode. That's what my team wants me to do, and I try to continue to do it.
Russell, thank you. Kevin, he does it brilliantly.
All right, Doris, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for
the 2K Sports postgame.